Hey guys, Shadow Darkrai here. Now today you're gonna see a pilot for a new sort of project I'm gonna try and do, where I'm gonna try and get interviews with different YouTubers. Well, you'll see it later in the video. But one thing that happens is about partway through the video, my audio lags out heavily. Like the level of static is horrible in the video, so. At some point you'll hear my audio sort of changing quality. That's because what I did was I re-recorded all of my side, and I'm keeping their side in because I want to upload this video because this video is too fun to surpass, and I don't think the people I interviewed today would really appreciate me calling them up to do it again. So basically you're going to see that a second time. However, the difference is my audio is going to be sort of recorded in Audacity, and their audio is going to be recorded in there. However, there'll be some instances where I feel that the audio cutting really isn't needed. So, yeah, basically just hope you guys enjoy the video. I've got more planned for the future, and I'll see you there. Hey guys, Shadow Darkrai here. Now this is just going to be a little sort of pilot video for these new series I'm going to be trying and doing, where I'm going to try and get some interviews with some YouTubers, some streamers maybe, and hopefully some voice actors too. Also, I'm going to call this just episode 1 because this is... Anyway, so today, for the first time, we're going to be giving a little interview with probably some of the nicest streamers I've probably met in a long time. Where today, and you probably see me talk to these guys quite often on, if you follow me on Twitter, Funbreak Entertainment, Cam and Ryan.
Oh, so we are the nicest streamers. I thought we were still waiting for the nicest streamers to join the call.
Yeah, we are. We got to wait for Ryan to get here.
Yeah, Ryan's supposed to come here now suddenly. Secret invasion.
I'm super happy to be here. Very happy, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, excellent. So, to the people who are watching this that don't really know who you guys are, just tell them a little bit about what you guys do.
Well,
okay, you start, Cam, because you have the C. You're first.
C in the alphabet.
I got an A, but you got a C, so you start first.
Alright, so me and Alex, we do a few things here on the internet. Most commonly and most well known for what we do on Twitch, obviously, with our Funbreak stream over there. Got a lovely little community over there, great bunch of guys. And then we also do a YouTube channel alongside that. And then the other thing we're also known for is FAM, which is a created wrestling sort of thing where we put on big shows, big productions. Not the typical wrestling stuff. It is above and beyond that. We do go the extra distance to put on a spectacular event. But those are the two main things that aren't secret that we do.
Yeah. Describing FAM is something very difficult, and that's why when I describe it, I have to read it down. I have to read it down because people usually ask me, "What's FAM?" And it's like I can't really explain you. It's pretty hard. So FAM is a cinematic wrestling production that features original characters that we create. We're not using John Cena. We're not using Triple H. We're using Black Aaron, Cameron Bash, Ron Buster, all these awesome characters, and obviously we have Funbreak. The community where we stream and we play with the beautiful people at the Funbreak community. Ryan, Shadow Darkrai, Malik, with his great questions every single time, Crickman. And it's a great time. It's great banter. Great fun.
Yeah, so just for all the viewers watching this, I'm going to leave links in the description for the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel for both FAM and Funbreak, so if you guys can go and just give them a sub and also follow them on Twitter as well, that'll be great. Anyway, so let's get into the first question. So for people, people who obviously still probably don't know about the history of you guys and the channel and such, what exactly gave you the idea to make Funbreak and the idea to start doing the live streams also?
I'll
Well,
let you answer the first bit, and then I'll get into the live stream bit.
so we knew we wanted to just do more than wrestling last year. We discussed about it. Now, this was an idea that was in the works for such a long time, and it was supposed to be different. Things didn't really go the way we expected it, and there's a lot of business talk behind it. You know, people were involved, partners, stuff like that. So we just decided, hey, what about me and you, Cam, just start, and we create a very cool, chill channel that is also a Twitch channel, and we stream, and it went very well.
Yeah, me and Alex are also the kind of, as Alex mentioned, there was originally a lot more people on board with this. As previously announced, there was two guys, Rom and Omar, who were meant to be working on this with us. But even past those, there was other people, and there was money behind the idea, and it was meant to be a completely different thing for what it actually ended up being. But then a lot of those things started to fall through. A lot of those things weren't working out. And me and Alex are just the type of people who was like, we just got to go. We got to just start. We got to go. We got to do. Because that's the way stuff gets done. That's the only way you're going to be able to do things by actually doing them. So that's why we just we saw these other things dropping off, and we just said, we got to get going. We got to get started, or nothing's going to come of this.
Yeah.
And then how the streaming thing came about was, it just seemed like it's something that I had always wanted to do, but never had the ability to do so. I was always limited in terms of equipment and internet connection and so on and so forth. And then I finally had everything I needed. I had the equipment, I had the internet connection. So it was like, well, we're doing this One Break thing anyway. We're doing these videos. Streaming sounds like it'd be pretty cool. Why don't we add that onto it? And of course, it's come quite a long way. We kind of just started off as a casual thing. We discussed maybe doing it 3 times a week, I think was where we were at with it. And now we sometimes stream 3 times a day. So it's come a long way.
The requirements were very simple: time, internet connection, and a stupid goofy Italian, and they were all there.
They were all finally there.
For him, so that's why it was very simple for me and them to say, yeah, you know what, we're gonna do it. And Cam, technically, the guy is just amazing when it comes to streaming. He's always on time. He brings the game. He just does it right. He just puts effort, GFX, and all that kind of stuff. I try to bring the banter, and then we are very good when it comes to chemistry. So it's very natural. It's a good environment for people just to come and just to be there and just enjoy the environment. People are just having fun and laughing and making fun of themselves. And we make fun of Rom every single day, and that's added value for everybody.
Excellent. So, quite awkwardly enough, when you were going into the whole thing about Rom and Omar being a part of the channel, that was actually what my next question was going to be.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just about what
we can reiterate into it. Don't worry.
Just like the next question was going to be why exactly they were going to be a part of the channel and why they suddenly weren't.
It's scheduling.
Yeah, scheduling more than anything. It was meant to be a collaborative effort. Like we wanted, and we've still got ideas to bring more people on board and on board with this in roles similar to what me and Alex are in for the future. We want everything we do to. We're limitless with everything we do. We want it to potentially be the biggest company in the world. Like we've always got that sort of ambition for the things we've entered, so we're always open to bringing more people into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's all about timing, skills, need, talent, all these kind of factors. If they pretty much are there, we're gonna surely try and bring somebody else on board in the future. When it comes to us, me and Cam, we are leaders. Just naturally, we are good when it comes to leading. We're good when it comes to managing. So for us, it was very simple to just go ahead and say, hey, we're going to make this thing. And even though we're missing 2 members, fine. We're still going to do it by ourselves because we're very good at managing our time, our resources, our scheduling, our videos, just ourselves, to be honest. Like, we're just good at that. And that's why we make it work. It's a lot of communication, a lot of chemistry together, and we do it very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is just amazing to see you guys build the community up this quickly and this in much of a good time as well.
Thank you.
Also, that's what my next question was going to be. So when you were built, because now you've built up the community of like so many people, obviously through like not only the streams but also YouTube. But did you expect it to get this hit it off this well?
Yes and no.
Yeah, yeah. Bit yes, bit no. Not in the way it's happened. And we've really taken on board the way it's happened and really appreciated the way it's came about, because we came at it from a very, I guess, technical standpoint in terms of, well, what's the best way to go about succeeding on this platform. And the way that we did succeed was not really in the way we expected, and that was a real loyal and dedicated fan base of people who are there every single night, same people every single night, same people who are buying into what we're selling, and it's amazing. It's amazing to see that, and like I said, we're taking it very, very seriously. We're not. We've definitely changed and adapted what we're doing based off of that, and the fact that we've got a bunch of guys watching us, some younger than others, some who need more help than others, some that who come to us for advice and so on and so forth. The fact that we've got all these different things going on, we take it very seriously, and we treat it with the proper care, respect, and attention that it needs.
Yeah, we surely love numbers, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you just don't want to care about numbers when you have a 13, 14, 15 years old human being that comes to you and says, wow, you really helped me, you made my life better, you made my day better, because of you, I now smile. I'm having a smile. That's like the biggest achievement in life. There's no money, there's no diamonds, there's no toys, there's no consoles, no games that can replace the amount of satisfaction when somebody comes to you and says that you made their day better. So that's the biggest achievement for me and Cam.
Yeah, definitely that. And like I said, it was just it was completely unexpected. Like, obviously signing up to Twitch, obviously signing up to YouTube, we didn't really take that that level of fan into account. We knew it existed. We experienced it with FAM before, but not to that sort of level. So, like I said, when those sort of things started popping up, we just we took it on board and adapted to it.
Our first month on YouTube with PPZ, we got 100,000 views, which was pretty incredible, to be honest. We didn't expect that to happen either. Mm-hmm. So, pretty happy about what we're doing.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the YouTube channel is now growing to about 3,000 odd subscribers now, hasn't it?
Yeah, 3,303.
Oh,
nah,
excellent.
You're damn precise.
I saw it, I think, 10 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, you need to be precise with the numbers anyway, just so people know. Well, I mean, you've already sort of answered the fourth question that I was going to ask during that
Damn it!
talk anyway. No.
We're good.
Yeah, you're doing way too good at this. If you look back on the channel, you'd remember that you've done some prank calls in the past, which led to the probably one of the most famous memes of the Twitch chat. I'm not a scammer. I'm a good person. So I'd just like to ask: is there any prank calls that you've done or tried to do before that sort of backfired on you in a way?
No, never backfired on me. I surely called lots of different people from different places of the world. I went on Craigslist and I called the most hookers I could call, and some of them were unique, some of them were different. I called a hooker once, and that's what she called herself. I mean, I'm not trying to insult anybody. That's what the posting said on Craigslist. And she told me, "Don't worry, Daddy, I'm still sleeping." Like, I called her and there was an answer. She was probably on some kind of intoxication, I guess. But no, when it comes to prank calls, I love doing prank calls, but at the same time, I feel guilty, like I said on the stream. Like, I just feel bad because I have to waste somebody's time for 5 to 15 minutes. So this is something that I'm gonna do, but very rarely. The Indian scammer prank, I think it's iconic just because of the reaction I got. The guy was definitely a great, funny guest. I called him after the prank. I told him it was a joke, and he was laughing his ass off, to be honest. So nobody really got upset at it. So yeah, everything is good. Definitely gonna do more pranks in the future. My pranks are not fake, like most of the pranks you see on YouTube. They're just real. They're no bullshit, just happiness. But yeah, never backfired though. Never backfired. No, not yet, at least.
Oh, well, I hope.
Hopefully, I'm not in jail by the time this thing goes on.
Yeah, That's why I don't usually try and do like this kind of stuff, because it will just heavily backfire on me anyway. Because that usually happens to me, especially.
You surely don't want to be an asshole when you call somebody for a prank. You want to just have a little joke here and there. You want to be a nice human being, just like crack some jokes and have a laugh at the end. That's the way a prank should be, in my opinion, and that's the way I do them. I don't do them illegally. I don't attack people. I don't insult people. I think that's just very wrong. You just want to be very soft. But at the same time, you wanna play with the wording, you wanna play with their mind, you wanna be like Undertaker and have those mind games. But you never wanna be that asshole that goes around and touches a girl's butt in public, or that insults somebody, or throws some soda in their faces. No, that's not pranking. That's just being a dick.
Yeah, I was just about to say. So basically, just try and be as good as possible, and don't be like
yes,
Pepper
absolutely,
or Blackberry or something.
Exactly. Never be a dick. Just be a good person. Don't be a scammer. Be a good person.
Blackberry.
God damn it. So, let's get into a sort of stream-related question. So, you guys have been doing this for a while now. So, through this long amount of time doing live streams, what probably, in your opinion, is the thing you like and dislike the most about doing them?
Oh. Definitely my biggest like is definitely the interaction from the chat, just on all levels, from the guy who continuously contributes by asking questions all stream like Malik does, to all the way up to the people who send us more private messages asking for advice and so on and so forth. Every level of the fan interaction is just makes it worth it, because it's always interesting. I never look at the chat and see someone's name, or I never look at the chat and see someone's question and get halfway through it and ignore it, or anything like that. I appreciate everybody I appreciate everybody and what everybody has to bring to the table. And then as far as dislike goes, definitely on the more technical side of things. Just so many issues with OBS, like crashing and not working, just randomly as well. And it looks very unprofessional. And people have commented on it, saying in the stream, saying, "Oh, unprofessional." And it's like, and it is very unprofessional. But unfortunately, it's out of my hands. Just sometimes I'll load OBS up and the microphone won't be working, or sometimes I'll load OBS up and the camera won't be working, or something along those lines, just something completely random, completely out of my hands, which usually ends up with me having to close the program, restart everything, and just causes delays for the stream. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, one time during an Garden Warfare 2 stream, the stream just completely crashed and went down for quite a while.
Yeah, I think that was the capture card at that point. The capture card just stopped.
Yeah, and ironically, it was immediately after you mentioned Techno Tank.
Oh yeah,
technical tank issues, Junior.
Technical hacked. Yeah, just it was at that point the webcam just stopped working. The capture card just stopped working. I remember it froze in OBS and the webcam was still working. I moved to a different scene with just the webcam and it was working fine. And when I attempted to move back to the game, it was just like, well, night, good night, everyone. Stream's over.
The biggest like is surely the Q&A. I really like the Q&As when people ask us questions and they want answers, because not only lets me speak my mind about life, the world, media, wrestling, underwear, whatever it could be, but also lets me pretty much talk and help people when it comes to certain issues. Somebody maybe has an issue with their loved one, somebody has an issue at school, somebody has a problem with their dog, somebody has a problem with their TV, somebody has a problem with their console, they want to buy a video game, they don't know if they should get the game. Any problem, any issue, I just like fixing stuff. I'm not like Bob the Builder, but I just like fixing stuff here and there.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that as well is I feel like both me and Alex have the same end goal in terms of how we our outlook on life and how we think people should live their lives in like a good, positive, happy way. We've got the very similar sort of end goals, but the way that we get there and the advice that we would give to people it's very different. So
Yeah.
I think that makes for like a nice contrast as well.
I mean, I wash my hands after I eat an apple, and he doesn't. I mean, that's a big difference right there.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah, that's like a massive common point on your Wikipedia page.
And I'm proud of it. I want to get a shirt that says that.
Oh, also, I'll put that in the description as well, just so they can have a little look at the Wikipedia page made by me, Ryan Hunter, and Mr. Derposaurus, and just have a good laugh, basically.
Thank you, by the way. That work is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
No problem.
It's great.
I'll be honest. I only just found that out myself. Like, I looked it up, and it's like, I wonder if there's one really out there. Then I just found it, and then Durbo just told me, "Oh, I made that," and it's like, really?
Dang it. The DARPA man is always on top of his game.
Yeah.
Keep working on that though. It's great.
Yeah. All three of us are gonna keep working on that and see if we can get anyone else to help us work on it. Oh, here's a good one. So everybody in the stream has their favorite moment and stream that they have had. So for some, it's like 2K16 stream or GTA stream or something. So what is your favorite moment from the streams?
Certainly the raid.
Yeah, the raid is
That
definitely
was
special.
Insane.
The first donation was definitely something incredible because at the moment somebody was pretty much supporting you for your work and was pretty much putting monetary support, which is huge these days. It's very, very, very incredible to get somebody to even put monetary support, especially in this moment where money is such a big, important topic for different people in the world, especially when somebody, needs money for himself. It's pretty much incredible that you will go out of your way and help support a stream. So that was incredible for me, and for Cam as well.
Yeah, that was 19X, by the way. 19X was the very first person to ever donate.
Thank you, man. Thank you. If you're watching, you're great. And by the way, thank you, Ryan Hunter and Shout Out Cry and Modern Ship. Everybody that has obviously donated is incredible. So thank you, guys. But just generally, I feel that the best moment still has to come because every single time there's a cool, funny moment where everybody's laughing or something stupid happens, and you just go along with it because at the end of the day, me and Cam are just memes. That's what I am. That's what we are. We are two huge, stupid, goofy memes, and that's why people love us because we don't take ourselves seriously, and we like to give people a show.
We're genuine. I feel we're both very genuine in our delivery, but at the same time, without taking ourselves very seriously.
Somebody will make a mistake in their pronunciation. Nobody's going to actually be upset at it. We're going to use it to make fun of each other. And that's not because we are dicks. It's because we like highlighting those imperfections that make you perfect in front of an audience that loves laughing and loves playing with you and just cheering for you and for your content.
Yeah. Certainly the raid, that definitely goes down as like a really big moment. We've had the WrestleMania reaction stream was very fun as well. I really enjoyed that, as well as the video that I created with the reactions. But like Alex said, I feel like our best moments are yet to come, especially with, like I said, I feel like the level of genuineness that we bring to the stream definitely adds to that, and is going to probably make for some very good, personal, intimate, and all different kinds of things. Just all different kinds of moments and crazy, in-depth things that I'm sure we're all yet to share.
I mean, we're in a call with you right now as you were our brother or our person that we've been talking to for like 10 years. And I think that shows how much we not only care about people like you, but we also love to be intimate with our viewers and just talk about anything. We don't have any problem. Just nothing weird like Rom's wig, please. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, so I was just about to get into say that just like one of my favorite moments from the stream is always gonna be just like for every single time somebody, if anybody asks me, is always going to be the 6-man tag match. Like, that's just probably the most fun I've had in 2K16 in a long time.
Oh yeah, the ladder match was incredible.
The ladder match was incredible too.
Yeah, that too. Especially the fact that I kept glitching out Ryan constantly. So the next thing, out of all the games in the stream so far, and you've played quite a decent amount, so out of all of them, what is your consistent favourite that you can play with your fans?
Rocket League. Definitely Rocket League for me. And 2K16 is great because it's glitchy and disgusting. So that's also a great answer.
Probably 2K16 in terms of like consistently. 2K16 is always consistently good. GTA is also great, although I don't find it as consistent. I feel like there are some nights where just not many people are into it. Maybe not too many people want to join in and play. And yeah, so it's not as consistent, but 2K16, man, that always brings good numbers. There's always a bunch of people who want to play. And yeah, most of the time we usually get some incredible matches going. So
and some incredible glitches too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some really good glitches, and some good ones in 2K16 single player as well.
I mean, remember, Kevin Owens had his arm stuck in the...
Oh my God.
It still has the arm stuck in the elimination chamber, still waiting.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as he have that little Hunter logo on his shirt, I'm just going to keep beating on him anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's good for him. He's from the Indies, he's used to it.
So, as you said, one of the best things... is... Actually, no, you've already answered that. I'm going to skip that. Since you've already answered that, I'm going to move on to the next one. Mm-hmm. Here's a good one. Has there been any video that you plan to release for Funbreak at some point and you decided not to upload, either due to the quality of the video or because you just didn't want to upload it? So has there been anything you didn't want to upload?
That has happened for me for years now. Mm-hmm. It's always a question. It's always a question after you've done anything in video, the video is good. FAM, Funbreak, doesn't matter. It's always been a question where, is this video good enough to be uploaded? And very often you're just going to get paranoid and say, no, it's not going to be good enough, it's going to be good enough, it's going to suck, nobody's going to like it. And then you upload it and everybody loves it. It happens to me so many times with like several videos from FAM and videos from Funbreak where I made maybe a drawing, and the drawing I felt like the drawing could have been better, and then I upload the video and it's like, wow, everybody's like shocked about it. Or maybe a call in FAM, one of my Black Heron calls, like, for example, I was very nervous when I made my Egyptian call for 16 because I wasn't sure how people took it, because it was a little different and very, 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 very unconventional with the gold stuff and the Egyptian stuff and the sci-fi kind of stuff. And people actually loved it. It's my most loved call. So sometimes when you make a video, maybe you think that it's not going to be good enough. Hey, chances are it's going to be the most loved video just because it's very unconventional and out of boundaries, just out of the box.
And then on the other side of that, there's also the situations where you're actually making content that is so good that it takes so much time, but you've got to kind of take a step back and say, all right, I'm putting so much time into this content, I'm putting so much effort into this, but then when it actually goes up, it doesn't get as many views. So that's one of the other things that you need to take into account. If you're putting hours and hours and hours of work into content that may only get 1,000 views compared to something that takes 10 minutes and gets 2,000 views, then you got to kind of balance your time like that. So there are definitely been projects and things that we've been ambitious about that usually that don't end up getting uploaded or don't end up going through simply because the return on them isn't going to be worth the time put into it.
For many of the successful projects that we've done in our life, and there's many, many, many more that we haven't discussed publicly just because they're a little different. There are also some projects that we have to cancel for different reasons. Maybe because it didn't work out, maybe because it didn't go very well, maybe it's because we didn't feel they were going to be good. It just happens in every artistic environment where you make a movie and there's like deleted scenes. You make a cartoon and there's deleted drawings. Same for this. There's going to be deleted projects too. So yeah. My advice is just to go ahead, create what you like, and just beast with it. And don't be afraid of trying something new, because guess what? People love innovation.
Yeah, and you just that's exactly it. You just got to keep pushing, keep trying with things. If you've got one idea and you try that idea out and it doesn't work out, then sometimes you can be in a little bit of an awkward situation. But one of the things with us, we're always consistent with what we do, and obviously we've got our public things, the projects that we've got public right now, and there's two or three of them all together. But then we've also got all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and I think as of right now there are about 5 things in the works going on behind the scenes. But I can also list another dozen another 15 or so that have been cancelled or been put aside for a little bit over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So we're always working. We've always got a lot going on.
All right, so just getting back to the Twitch raid a minute, because that was a big thing that nobody expected, not even you guys. Well,
the weird thing about the raid is you tweeted me that day saying, "Oh, tonight's going to be a special show" or something like that, and I was like, "Whoa, what is he talking about?" And then we got raided, and I was like, "Wait, did you have something to do with this?"
I had nothing to do with this. Yeah, I was as shocked as you guys were. I think what I meant was it was going to be for a future 2K stream, I think.
Right, okay.
I accidentally worded it like it would be for tonight or the day, whatever that is. Whatever the thing is for the next stream anyway. Anyway, back to the raid. How did you guys actually feel when it happened, and how did you feel after it happened?
We were just so
shocked. So first of all, you know what the hell a raid was? I thought I was getting swatted, okay? Okay, I was like, we're getting raided. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go hide somewhere now, man. And then when I realized that it was just a shout out, call it shout out, okay, next time. I guess, okay, that's amazing. I was so happy of it and so proud, and you know, I was shocked. I was lost for words. And you know what? I went back to watch the last 2 minutes of the guy's stream because Cam linked it to me, and the guy literally said, "Let's rate this stream because these 2 guys seems to be decent and they have a very cool stream." And when he said that, I was like, "Damn, that's a very good compliment coming from a guy that has 13,000 followers on Twitch, telling his viewers that we have a very good stream and we are decent human beings." That's cool, man. I was very, very impressed, and thank you, bro, if you're watching. You're cool.
Yeah, it's just we actually started a little new hashtag, a little new thing around the community, which was do something for nothing that same night, and yeah, and it's just that whole raid just embodies that message perfectly. Do something for nothing, do something for somebody who you wouldn't usually do something for, just because. Just do nice acts for people, just simply because. And that's a very positive message to spread, I think, and the whole raid just embodies that. He didn't have to do that. He could have just ended his stream like he does anything else. He doesn't gain anything from sending his people over to somebody else to brighten their day up, give them some followers, and make them have a better time. He doesn't get anything from it, but he does it anyway, and it's just incredible to see that there are people like that who do that kind of stuff.
It's a great gesture as a human being. And all you can say is thank you so much, and we're gonna do the same. When we're gonna be big enough, we're gonna do the same thing because we want to give back. We want to give back.
Totally.
So, anyway, the next question: have you guys thought of doing any collabs with any YouTubers in the future?
Yes, we are working on one actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're working right now on a collaboration with a very good YouTuber. Sometimes probably next month. Just because, you know, commitments, stuff like that.
Yes.
On different parts. Yeah, but yeah, sometime next month you can surely expect a collaboration.
Currently got a collaboration going on with just your typical collaboration we're talking about there. That's your typical collaboration. And then as far as like some of our secret projects, kind of a collaboration, I guess.
There's so much stuff we can tease right now.
With some YouTubers in like quotation marks. I mean, YouTuber, maybe that's not the right word, but we're working on stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff we cannot reveal, and if I reveal it, I'm gonna kill myself because I just can't reveal it.
You have to be shot.
I gotta have to shoot myself. I gotta let Trump shoot me because he definitely wants to shoot me after I punch him in a German super team in a park in London.
Oh boy. So another thing, have you guys thought of doing an extra thing or time to do more communication with the community you made? Like,
I mean,
group chats or something.
We've got some. It's stuff we've already discussed. But some of our ideas just simply require growth at the moment. There are things that we would like to do, as you mentioned, like chat rooms. Also, another idea that's been thrown out a couple of times is a website. Something we've discussed quite a lot is a subreddit. And obviously you guys working on the wiki and stuff like that. So yeah, these are definitely all things that we've discussed. But again, with that being said, we just feel like a little bit of growth is necessary before we start venturing into those other sort of mediums, because you usually need like a decent number of people to warrant the creation of those sorts of things. And right now, with how the size we are and how nice and neat and compact the community is, the mediums that we're using are fine. Like, we can all communicate via Twitter, we can all communicate via Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and so on and so forth. It's all fine. We can all find each other's messages. There's not too much problem with that. But as it grows, as it gets bigger, that's where we might need our own space, and that's where we'll do those sorts of things.
Yeah. What he said.
Yeah, because I remember a guy I watch has done recently is he hosted his own chat in Discord, which is
it's a new TeamSpeak pretty much.
Yeah, basically, and he sort of hosted that so even when he's on, he can chat with his fans, or when he isn't, then some of his community can talk with each other.
That's definitely something very interested in. Having our own Discord server where we can just like open and talk to people. That's very cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a sweet idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's been something I've been thinking about for a while. Like, as soon as I saw that, maybe Funbreak can do this. So
yeah,
that's something we can look into. Thanks for the idea.
So like I said,
we're not gonna steal it. No copyright for you.
I mean, you can do that.
We're the Fine Brothers. Go away.
So we're gonna expect to see a channel in the future called Funbreak World or something.
Funbreak Bros.
Oh god. So next, so you said you have projects planned in the future, but is there any projects planned that you can tell us about?
Realistically, I can't, just because there's all the businesses involved, and I will breach a contract that has been. I will breach a deal that is being worked on, so I cannot talk about that most things.
But as far as what we are working on, we can. There are a few things that we can tell you about. So obviously, Funbreak, and then with Funbreak, there are a few side things to go with that, I guess. So that collaboration that we talked about earlier, it is part of Funbreak. It's going to be uploaded to the Funbreak channel as well as the person we're collaborating with channel. So that's going to be part of that. There's always consistent movements with the Twitch. We're always looking to improve that in any sort of way we can, by raising money for new equipment, changing things, and something that is going to be coming, I'm not sure when, but definitely over the summer, is a big graphics rehaul for Funbreak. That's going to be everything. It's going to be our Twitter, our YouTube, our Facebook, Twitch, all that. We're going to have a big sort of rehaul, a big update to it. Also, the other thing we're working on, which is not something that we can actively do, but it's something that's definitely going to come, which is Alex going to be able to host streams. So that's something we're planning for. And then on the FAM side of things, obviously Survival. We're gearing up with Survival now. We're in the final parts of production. Obviously, you've seen the match cards, so you know things are starting to come. So we're gearing up with that, and you'll be seeing the promotion run and then the show real soon. And then on top of that, we're also working on the next pay-per-view that's going to be coming after Survival, which will also be released on 2K16. So yeah, that's everything that we can talk about.
When it comes to stuff we cannot talk about, you just know our strengths. You know what we're good at. Obviously, production and digital media is something that we're very good at, and our skill is there. So you can definitely expect some cool stuff regarding that front on different places, and that's all I can say.
And the only reason we don't, one of the big reasons we don't talk about a lot of these behind the scenes projects is just because sometimes we can talk about them, but a lot of the time we could talk about them and then nothing comes from it. And just to give you an example of that, about a year ago now, we were working closely by with someone, and there was a lot of money involved in this particular thing, and there was a lot of potential. And like we said, it was earlier on in the interview with Omar and Ron being part of Funbreak, and there was also other people behind it with money and so on and so forth. It was could potentially going to be a completely different thing. But the reason we don't talk about those things while they're still in the works is if they don't go through, then it's just a bunch of disappointment, you know? We'd rather wait until we know we know some decent information before revealing it publicly.
Very often it's a case of you have two different sides. So you have me and Cam, and Rom, of course, and the other side you have somebody else. Not every single time that other side, that other person, that other company is going to agree on the terms. And that's why sometimes you don't see us talking about those things, because they just don't happen. It is a case that sometimes we produce or we just make prototypes for different things, and unfortunately they don't come to reality because the other company is not in the right moment, or there's no right timing to actually produce those things. So my thing is that what I'm trying to explain is that there are moments where things do happen, and there are moments when things do get canceled, and that's pretty often, of course. And that happens with movies as well, with cartoons, with anything that is in media. Unfortunately, very often things get canceled before they even released publicly. So
we've been on the other side of that as fans. Like Hollywood Undead, both our favorite band, were hyping up and talking about this Christmas album they were going to release. Where the hell was that? Where the hell did that go?
Nowhere.
Exactly. So we've been on the side of that. We've had that. We've been given news by things we're big fans of, and not, and that stuff's not followed through, and it's disappointing as a fan.
And another example, the Deadpool movie was in the development hell for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it took 11 years for Fox to actually give budget for a Deadpool movie. So that's an example I can give you in movies. Things do happen, unfortunately, and hopefully we will be able to talk about this stuff in summer. Hopefully, this is something I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just one last little thing. So for the people from someone with such a big community like you guys do, what would you recommend to some people who want to start live streaming?
What do you recommend? So obviously, get all your things set up. Obviously, all the basic things. I mean, I guess pretty self-explanatory in terms of equipment and software and internet speeds required. What's a little bit more useful advice I can give?
A pretty unique marketing and branding, possibly. Branding for the stream, something cool. Think of ideas outside the box. For example, me and Cam, we have a very podcasty type of stream, which is not something you see very often. And I think people actually do appreciate the fact that they have two different personalities that are very, very alike, but very often will give you a very different take on a certain opinion.
Yeah, I feel like on that whole podcast vibe, that's definitely something that makes us stand out. The fact that we try not to leave too much dead air, and that's something you'll definitely notice on streams. We're always trying to fill up that dead air with conversation, with questions, with just something, because you can put up 40 streams on Twitch, and odds are, like, when you jump into those streams, they're usually the guy who's in them or the girl who's in them aren't going to be talking, and they'll maybe be silenced for 10 seconds until a notification pops up on stream to shout out a new subscriber or a new follow or whatever. And it's just it's really casual, you know? We bring that extra flavor, we bring that extra vibe, we bring the hype that I don't see a lot of people doing, which makes us stand out.
And the banter. The fact that we're different characters and people actually get behind. I'm Alex, he's Cam, we're different. That's something very important in my opinion. If you want to start streaming, get yourself a character, which doesn't mean be fake, but mean try to embrace some of your sides.
Yeah, embrace parts about you that you wouldn't usually embrace, and then amplify those.
Yeah. For example, Alex very often on stream, it will sound very technical and tech savvy, but sometimes Alex is also very ignorant, and he will make jokes about eating shampoo or washing his hands after eating an apple. That's one of those like funny things that you can just talk about. Or Cam will be like the guy that will pretty much
has two men in his closet.
Exactly. Or have some very EP pants. Stuff like that, that helps a lot. And that's the reason why you like wrestling, is because wrestling has characters. Let's be honest, people love characters, people love personalities. People like to embrace themselves into somebody, and that's why I think Funbreak does a very good job at it. And people could take some advices from this.
And it's not, like Alex said, it's not about being a fake, it's just sort of embracing and amplifying who you really are. And the final bit of advice, I guess, that's unique to us that we could probably give is, I definitely recommend doing it with a friend. I don't think this whole thing would have gone nearly as well for either of us if we had done it on our own. So yeah, I mean, I don't think there are too many streamers like us. I don't think there's too many streamers that are focused on a pair or a group or whatever. So, I don't know, get that going. If you've got a friend who's interested in streaming as well and you guys want to get something going, give it a shot. Find a buddy.
And if you do it with a friend, don't let ego get in the way. Both you and the other person are equally important for the success of the stream. That's something that me and Cam always respect. I never invade his space, and he never invades my space. And that's because we feel it's very important not to be a dick to each other. Sure, you can argue sometimes, and that's life. You're gonna argue sometimes about creative choices, certain things. You're gonna clash. But that's normal. Just don't ever be a dick to the other person you want to work with, because obviously there's not something that is going to be working very well if you're doing with a friend.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
All right, excellent. That was pretty much everything I needed to ask. So is there anything you wanted to say to the people watching?
Yes. It's been my dream to be interviewed by a man with a Pikachu picture. Jokes aside,
picture.
I love Pikachu. But jokes aside, man, thank you for this interview. You are very kind and nice, and we surely appreciate the amount of interaction you bring to the stream. You are surely a very important person. I already have the privilege to talk to you back in the day in the FAM Fanniversary 3 podcast, and it was incredible. And once again, another incredible time talking to you. So thank you so much for this opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Just pretty much repeat what Alex said. Thank you so much for inviting us on here to ask us these questions. Hopefully you and anybody else watching find out a little bit more about us that you didn't already know. And yeah, just thank you so much.
And sorry for the way I talk. I've been in Skype calls for 5 hours.
No, don't worry. All right, I just got to say thank you guys, both of you even, for joining me for this, because honestly I didn't expect to actually... Because I've just been thinking of this idea for a long time, but I didn't expect for this to actually get anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that we mentioned it a few times throughout the podcast, but I mean, that's what you gotta... Ideas will remain ideas as long as you don't act on them. You gotta push and go, and just... That's it, just wake up one morning, just that idea you got, that thing you're sort of passionate about, that thing you just want to give a go, just do it. Just give it a go. Just try it. Message the appropriate people. Make the appropriate steps required to making this thing move, and just go for it, because that's when it will become a success. That's when it will start becoming something more than an idea. It'll actually become a reality. Good luck to your channel. I'm pretty sure you're going to do very well, especially seeing how good you are when it comes to interviewing people. You have the right timing. You know how to make the conversation very interesting. So good job. I give you a 10 out of 10 IGN.
Alright, thanks guys. So if you want to see more interviews, try to like, comment, subscribe, all that usual jazz. I've got some people I want to try and interview for the future. Thank you very much to Cam and Alex for joining me. If you want to see their channel and streams, try and go to the description and give them a follow and a subscribe over to Funbreak, and I will see you guys for the next video. Take care. Bye. And spike your hair. Spike it up.